Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video. I'm so excited to be sharing some YouTube videos with you guys, and the main goal for me is just to share new recipes and ideas, which is what I love the most. A little bit about me is I have a 9-to-5 job, so this whole cooking thing, Gretchen's Table, is just what I do for fun. That requires me to meal prep every Sunday no matter what. If I don't do that, then my week is just completely thrown off. I either end up eating out, my husband for sure ends up eating out, which means he's probably eating P-Terry's, In-N-Out, or some kind of fast food. And then not just that, for dinner, it's just a mess. I end up spending too much time just trying to make something, and it's just not, it doesn't work for us. Remember, there are no rules in the kitchen. Somebody may make something in a certain way and somebody else may make it in a different way, and there's no rule. Anybody can make anything however they please and like. So my Instagram account and my YouTube channel are all about just sharing ideas and making cooking better and more enjoyable. I truly focus on prepping on Sunday so that everything is ready to go in the fridge for the week. This week, I'm going to show you how I make simple and basic ingredients to make delicious bowls that can be eaten both cold or hot. At work, my only option is to put my meal in the microwave, which I don't want to do, so I can eat it cold. And then when I get home, if you follow me, you must have seen that I talk about my Breville air oven all the time. I love that oven. I mean, there's just not enough that I can tell you about it. I absolutely cannot live without it. I mean, I got my parents to get rid of their microwave. They now have the Breville oven air. Let me know if you like it in the comments below, and then who knows, maybe throw in some ideas of things that you'd like to see on my channel, and then we'll go from there. Thank you so much for following, and of course, you can always reach out to me on Instagram or comment here below. I love to help people out, especially when it comes to food, so don't be shy, reach out. So now I'm gonna stop talking, and let's get started with the cooking, which is my favorite part. Let's get started. I'm going to be talking about tips and tricks along the way. The first thing we have is some black beans. And the one thing you have to know about this is that you have to have a lot of water in your bowl because beans grow twice as much when they're cooking. So make sure if you have 1 cup of beans to have at least 3 cups of water. You'll notice I'm using a mason jar to store my beans, and that's because I like to use glass containers to store all my food. Next up is some quinoa, and honestly it is so easy to cook. All you have to do is add twice as much water, and once you let it simmer and the water is reduced, cover it with the lid and let it sit for 10 minutes before you store it. Moving on to a tomatillo salsa. Make sure to cut everything in small pieces, not too small and also not too big. Add your seasonings, stick it in the oven, take it out and add it to your high-speed blender. Once you add it to the blender, you can add more seasonings and also lime, cilantro, or anything else, and then just store your salsa in a glass container. Next up is the coleslaw salad. I'm using a coleslaw mix to make my life easier, and then adding Greek yogurt, but you can also add mayo, that's what you have on hand, and then just make sure you stir everything together and let it sit at least an hour before you eat it. That's key. That way all the ingredients can blend together and you'll get a better flavor. Now for the shrimp, you can add any kind of spice you want. I'm using chipotle, paprika, and sumac because those are my favorite, but feel free to use whatever you have on hand. And the trick with shrimp is once you put them on the skillet and they start shrinking, then that's the key that you can flip them. And once you flip them, it's just a couple seconds before you can remove them from the fire. Next up is the salmon. So easy to make. Just put them on the tray, add whatever spices you want, and stick them in the oven. So easy. Moving on to the mahi-mahi. This is one of my favorite dishes because all you do is put the mahi-mahi, some spices, and all the veggies you have on hand. I typically do this last, that way I can use all the leftover veggies that I have from that week. And you're ready to go. Stick it in the oven. Make sure you close the foil really tight so that the steam doesn't come out and your fish doesn't dry up. The point of this video is that you learn how to make basic ingredients so that later on you can decide for yourself what it is that you need to make for that week. Look at your pantry, see what's available instead of going to the store and getting more food every single time because you need one item. So I hope you're learning a lot from my recipes and you start creating new ideas and new dishes, and don't forget to hashtag Gretchen's Table so I can see all of your creations. As you can see in the final dishes, I also prepped some snacks. I have some grapefruit that I will be pairing with some tahini. It's delicious. And then also some chopped up mango, which I will add tahini as well, and makes for a perfect snack. I hope you enjoyed everything, and until next time, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to this channel.